Guys, this will be part 2 of converting a cold steel Bushman into a tracker. For anyone who didn't see part 1, this is my dad's old cold steel Bushman. It was made in the early 2000s. And what I've done is convert the edge to a convex, shaped it for a tracker, got rid of the nasty old paint, rewrapped the handle, put a fatwood plug over on this end, and on the hollow handle section I used elk as a cap, and on the inside of that is an O-ring and a skateboard bearing for a boat fire. So I'm really happy how it turned out, and this video is going to be sheath centric. The goal is to make a sheath out of these scraps. You know, think what could you find in your place around the apocalypse. What I've got, this is off an old Army butt pack that I used to have, or that I had when I was in the military. I stripped it a couple years ago for the Romanian rucksack, but I keep my parts. So I've got that. I've got some nylon over here, Velcro. I've got some more nylon. This is elastic, a little bit more Velcro. And these are MOLLE strips and snaps that I saved off of an old, well, it wasn't old. I ordered a belt through Amazon, a webbing belt, and they gave me this cheap little kit, this MOLLE bag for free. So I stripped it down, saved the parts. We've got some epoxy there, some clothespins, and my sewing kit. And beside the sewing kit is some really heavy-duty black thread. Now, the goal is to take my dad's original sheath. Now, I've reshaped this. If you saw the first video, it doesn't look like it used to. I've reshaped this because it's Kydex, and that's easy to do. And for retention, you see that little dip right there? Well, that fits it perfectly and holds the retention for the sheath. I'm going to use this as the base and then build everything else around it. It's all made out of scrap, and I've kind of got a rough idea of what I want to do, so let's get into it. All right, update. MOLLE has been applied to the back here. Everything's in place and functional. I've got all 3 of these in here right now. There we go. Pull this one back. All right, so MOLLE there. You see where it's attached. The sheath goes in here like this, and it will be a combination of epoxy on both sides, and then I'm going to sew this side and sew this side up for tension. And on this side of the sheath, which for me being left-handed, this is the front, got this nice big flap here. So I'm going to take this and do a pouch all on the side, on both sides, take off the excess, put it as the top panel with Velcro here and under here. And the idea is that there will be a pouch here. So, next step for me is to sew the wall all the way around for this pouch. Here's where we're at now, guys. I've sewn up this side, and you guys have already seen the MOLLE. This is the inside of the pouch. The knife will fit into there. And this is the little pouch I just got through making. Looks to be about 4 inches deep, about 2 inches wide. Nice handy little pouch with Velcro on top. So the next step for me is I'm going to fill up or put epoxy along the edges here. And then I'm going to take the same threading that I use for leather work, and I want to come through here, and I'm going to be doing a cross stitch for tension all the way up to here and lock this sheath into place. So very shortly we'll find out if this is going to work or not. Well guys, the sheath is done. Got the molly on the back, the canvas epoxied to the kydex and tensioned underneath this right here. This cross stitch right here is tensioning that. You guys can see the pouch right here. And just for I just wanted to throw a couple of items in there real quick for size comparison. I've got my Victorinox multi-tool and little pin. All that fits in easy. Put that back. Velcro holds on good. And all of this was just made from scrap that I had lying around. And I'm really, really happy with the results. I think this is going to be a very handy setup and definitely a lot more useful than it was just sitting in a bag. My next project is probably going to be working on a satchel. Working on it's my Polish bread bag. I'm going to work on it some more and get this knife attached to the side of it. Pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that is the end of part 2 and making the sheath for the Cold Steel Bushman modified into a tracker. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and as always, stay safe, take care, and God bless.